Yeah, I asked for permission of editing the Google slides. So,
Okay.
George, did you accept it? Okay.
I'll look and see. No, I didn't look. Oh, right there. I've got a.
Is Dan coming?
No, Dan's still on his cruise. He
Oh,
doesn't come back until Sunday, but
Okay.
so we'll probably like George and myself or George, you might have to just we have a separate run through with him
oh,
and as a like before we do our rehearsal on Wednesday.
yeah. And I've got a meeting with him next week,
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
and we're just
All
going to
right,
walk
thank you
through
so much for waiting. It's been quite the juggle.
it.
Did you
This is like,
finish? Yeah.
sorry, yeah, Ellen, did I
I know
finish?
your time is after my time. So did you have your lunch? But sorry, your dinner.
Not yet, a little early for dinner here, but I juggle. This is like peak time for me at work, and I can't
Oh,
take off. So just earlier this week for the session yesterday, I took time off. So every time I can't keep doing that. So I usually toggle between, but I'm now fully here. I asked another manager to take over for a
oh,
few
good,
things. So
good,
we are
good.
good. Um,
So you won't be
so
you won't be negotiating contracts while we're doing the PowerPoint too at the
no.
same time. Okay, good.
No. And I will also make sure that on the actual day or the one with the Katie, I will take time off during that hour. I'm
Okay,
just not able to do it so frequently in the same week. So that's that.
right. And
Okay.
then I also well, two
Yes,
things. One is we got to have fun with this because transitions are serious stuff. Also, the peer call that you had yesterday was very serious stuff. District visits are very much fun. It's fun. It's That's why I wanted to reduce the stress for the region advisors. That when you do the district visits, yes, it's nervous, especially with your first one, but it's so much fun to actually meet your district members. And that's why I wanted to stress, lighten it up a little bit.
okay. I'll keep that in mind when I'm doing the slide today.
And
That
then,
that
Okay.
and then,
So,
then secondly, is everybody review their slides just in case I get sick and you need to take over. Elaine, Chuck can't make it. The two of you can do it, so we're going to back each other up.
got it. Everybody knows everything, basically, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Chuck somehow never replies to me on WhatsApp. I'm gonna call it out. Chuck,
but I
please
sent
send
you a
me.
link. I sent you a link.
No, the link
It
had me to register through Apple and everything.
what?
It was letting me download a simple picture. And yes,
Are you
so
all
send
right?
me a
Well,
picture.
well,
I really need you on this year, the only RA that I don't have photos of.
that's bizarre. That is so bizarre.
Okay, I just put on link here. George, I still am collating photos, but
Yeah.
the slides are ready. There won't be any changes to, the flow or anything. I mean, we'll discuss it right now,
Okay.
but the slides are mostly done. So this can be integrated into the main slide once we finish with the review. I'm also thorough with my content on what I
Okay.
need to be speaking and everything. It's just that I'm taking relevant pictures and I'm making sure everyone's a part of this. So I try to get
So,
a lot of us on the types of district events that they can do. So you will see during my presentation. So
okay.
I put
And then,
placeholders for everyone now, and suddenly there's just so much of Pablo
okay.
on the slides. But the intent is to remove these photos and replace them with, most
Okay.
of us.
And then did my link work with all my photos?
Yes, I
Okay,
took I
good.
took a couple of photos of yours. You will
Okay.
see during the
Okay.
presentation.
And so
So I am good.
when we get to your
Yeah,
point, I'll let you take over the
sure.
okay. And
Okay,
then Chuck.
so I would need if Chuck's presenting, then Chuck, could you present the slides that I shared?
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm just okay. Well, let me just back up. I was trying to figure out why you had to go through 9 hoops to get the pictures. But anyway, I will.
Sure.
And then
February
Elaine, have you
0.
eaten dinner yet? Okay, good. Wait,
She
It's
nods yes.
9. It's
nine
9.
Ah,
o'clock at night? Oh
Yeah.
man. Thank you. Thank you for doing, staying up. It is crazy, but on the other hand, this is so cool. Chuck is in the Midwest. I am down the California area. You're in China. You're in India, and it's just so cool. It's just
We're
just
around the globe,
we're
right?
around the world.
We're just around the globe.
Just still just
agree.
I'm very, very honored to know you guys through this program year, and I would like to keep that connection
oh, we
through
will.
our club.
We
I
will.
didn't attend the club meeting at all, but I registered only because I want to connect with you guys.
Yeah, we will. We'll stay connected.
Yes.
Amy will make sure we're all staying connected. Okay, Chuck, are you ready?
Somehow I don't have a photo of Amy yet.
Okay,
So would you help me? Just any
okay,
any photo.
okay. I'll look at my huge collection. I do have a
Yes.
huge collection. I really do.
Okay, excellent. I'm glad I asked you. I
Yeah,
remember Sapna being a part of some club
I
meeting in
know.
Nepal. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll pick a picture from, I
Okay.
remember seeing it somewhere on social media.
Yeah.
So I'll pick one picture. I'm just trying to see is everyone, then I don't think I have Chuck's photos as well. No, not Chuck.
You
Yes, Chuck's I've already told you. I don't
mean
have
Dan?
Dan. Yes, and I don't have Curtis's. Oh, that's a lot of people now. Okay. Okay, let me specifically ping and ask on the group. And if they
Okay.
can't find it, I'm just going to put a lot of photos of
Right.
me, George, Elaine, and Chuck, right? Because I
Sure.
mean, it's our committee.
I think I saw Sapna on the mid-year training one in WhatsApp.
I,
But you have to scroll back. You have to go way back till January in WhatsApp.
okay.
I can do that later.
All right. I am ready, I
Okay.
guess. When you
Okay.
are ready here.
Yeah.
All right. Let me. Do you want me to run all of the slides or for now, or how do you want to do that?
For now you can run yours
I'll
or
just,
start off and with your
okay, so
slides.
yours, yeah, but you start.
Okay, I'll start.
Yeah, because you're the introduction, right? Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, actually
Welcome to the
you're
region.
actually George, you're showing the page that has your email and your
Oh.
notes and all at once.
Oh man, I got it. Well, son of a gun.
Nope. Nope.
Okay, Chuck, why don't you do it?
See, that's what I was showing here now. Let me just
Yeah.
let me go
Yeah,
here
yeah, that's the
and
that's
yeah,
the
so
notes. Yeah.
that's what happens when you do that. You have to kind of be a little bit cautious here. So let me, oops, I don't want to hit that button that says leave meeting. Well, maybe I want to, but I won't. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Welcome to Region Advisor District Visit Webinar. Besides, oh, there's three things. We're going to have fun today. You had some serious training sessions with the transition, with the peer calls, with the district status meeting. Let's have some fun. Well, I remember when I was told to be regional advisor, selected to be regional advisor, those three things that came to my mind. One, get my patch, my name tag. That I'll get to wear. It says region advisor. In fact, I told my wife I'm going to be a region advisor coming up, and if you need to talk to me, you'll have to make an appointment. And you know how far that went. So two is the convention to be able to meet your districts at the convention, and three district visits. I was nervous about district visits, but I was also excited to actually go and meet people in person in their cities. So let's get started. District leader training at the convention. Let's get started and have some fun. But before I get started, let's get Chuck. Before we get started, we're going to have, there will be no breakout rooms. We're all going to be in one room sharing all the discussions that we're going to have. Secondly is if you have any questions, put it in chat. And third is we're going to have breakout between sessions for a Q&A. So we will try to answer all your questions besides having fun. So let's get started. Chuck, take it away. I mean, go ahead, next slide. Before I get started, I am so honored to have the following region advisors on my team. Region 3, Chuck LeBlanc. Region 14, Elaine Liu. Region 8, Sapna Ori. And Region 13, Benita Runga Rajan. Is that right, Benita?
Ranga,
Rungaga. Okay.
Ranga.
Ranga. That's easy. Ranga. Okay.
The rung of a ladder, the rung of a ladder.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. That's the
Ranga
pronunciation.
Ranjan. And
Correct. I'm
Sapna
just so
could.
grateful that you're attempting it. Yes.
Oh, yeah. And yours is easy compared to some of the ones I've seen. My name, for sure. Sapna could not attend today's meeting. Next slide. Okay, what are we doing here? Always ask that question. What am I? Who am I? What I'm going to do is talk about the purpose of a district visit. I want to get all your help by what do you think the purpose of a district visit is, and sum that up into one word. And we're going to have a waterfall type effect. I want you to put that word in chat, but don't hit return yet until I tell you to do so. I'll give you 10 seconds. Time's up. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, go. All right. Good ones. I like it. Great. Exactly. Next slide, please. So yes, it is. Some of you hit on is the training, motivation, advice, success, direction, goal, support. But we're missing one more concept. What is it? Put it in chat if you think what it is. Yep, not quite. Almost there. Chuck, next slide. Human connection. We connect with the people. This is my visit last year at the Founders Leadership Summit. And yes, I am in that picture in the background because I'm tall. But it's about that you bond with people and you get to talk to them in person. That's what this is all about. Chuck, next slide. So this is what we're going to cover in this session. Hit enter, relationship building. And that's going to be involved all the way through all our sessions, starting with purpose. We just went through the purpose now. Before the visit, we're going to talk about what you all need to do before the visit. It's very important. During a visit, how are you going to handle it? What do you do? What if something happens? So they can cover all that. And then finally, after the visit, we're going to talk about what do you need to do to follow up with the district after your visit, the forms you need to submit. Next. So before the training, I want to make sure I'm reading my notes at the same time. Starting with before the district visit. And I want to introduce my comrade and friend, Chuck LeBlanc. Take it away, Chuck.
Thank you, Region Advisor George. What are your expectations for your district visits? Region Advisor visits are a key part of our support system to our assigned districts. Toastmasters International Protocol 10.1 requires districts to accept these visits. But more than that, they're an opportunity for real collaboration and growth. Now, not every district will require a visit, and in early discussions with your trio, That'll help determine if a visit's necessary and what type of visit you might make. When a visit's well planned, it aligns with district goals and it adds value to members. Remember, it's not a visit's not just a routine check-in. It's not another progress review call. A visit, whether it's in person or virtual, is your opportunity to offer hands-on support, practical guidance, and to provide resources that could help a district to move forward. Now, as we just saw, building relationships is a key part of your time with the district. You'll find that as you visit and the time you spend with the district leaders will help you create strong connections. And most importantly, it'll help build trust, and that trust will make your team work smoother. Most importantly, these visits help shape future leaders. Through mentoring and coaching, we empower members to step into their leadership confidence. When can you visit your districts? Region advisor visits are typically take place between July and October, but others might be approved outside of this window. There are two types of district visits. A comprehensive visit, which takes place over a multiple number of days, and it will include a number of differing activities. As RA, you might be asked to offer a training session to a district executive committee at various times for the year. Giving this type of presentation is considered an event visit. It's a single activity which is conducted to support a single event. Now, whether the visit's in person or in these little boxes that we have here on Zoom, approval must be received from World Headquarters before conducting a visit. I know we'd like to visit whenever we want, wherever we want, but we do need to get approval before we do our visit. Now, as the slide indicates, there are different deadlines depending on the type of visit. If the visit's in person, submit your request 4 weeks in advance. This allows enough time for approval and travel arrangements. For a virtual visit, a 2-week notice ensures that there's time for proper preparation. If it's virtual, oh, I already said that. Never mind, double notes. One important rule, RA visits cannot take place during district conferences. This will ensure that both your visit and the conference gets the attention that they deserve. Submitting the visit request submitting the visit request form on what is that? Oh, submitting the visit request form on time is important. On-time submissions allow you, the district leaders, and World Headquarters time to make the plans necessary to support your visit. And all requests are submitted using the Region Advisor District Visit Request Form. If you keep these guidelines in mind, it'll help make your visit smooth, productive, and impactful. This is a snapshot of the Region Advisor District Visit Request Form. Now, this is an Excel spreadsheet which you can find in the District Visits folder on your Teams channel. The first tab, or the top portion of the first tab, provides easy to understand instructions on how to fill out the form. It talks about the type of activities that might take place during a comprehensive visit or even during a single event visit. Take the time to read these instructions before you start to complete your request. And even if it's your request for your second or third or maybe fourth district visit, take the times to review those instructions. It'll help refresh your memory. The section beneath the instructions on the first tab is where you provide some overall information on your visit. In the gray box areas, it talks about just the basic visit information. Your request, what's the activity, Um, is the visit part of your assigned district, which most often they will be. If it's not part of your assigned district, then is the region advisor of that district or the international director aware of it? And then, of course, then the last section in that the grade area is whether the type of visit, whether comprehensive or an event. You'll also finish that section where it'll say whether approval is needed or not, and ask you whether or not, if required, a district visit checklist has been completed. We'll talk about that checklist in just a minute. And then after you complete the visit, they'll just some wrap up information that more so for your own information, where you'd come back and check whether you've completed your your report, and whether it's comprehensive or an event. The second tab is where we put detailed information for either type of visit. And this part of the template is really important to fill out with as much detail as possible, because this is where the request, where this is where the international president and world headquarters will review what you've submitted and either approve or ask you for a little bit more information prior to approval. So if you can see here, this is an example of how the visit form was filled out, including your name, your region, the district you're visiting, the type of visit, and a detailed description of the visit. They also want you to take the time to go back in the history of that particular district to see whether they were distinguished in the last 5 years. And this data is available in the Region Advisor District Visit folder in Teams, or you can go to the district. You can go to the district performance dashboard of the Toastmaster International website. So this gives you just a little bit of foundational history before you attend and complete your visit. Also listed on the template are your dates, the location where that's going to be, and what you're trying to accomplish during this district visit. And if there are other dignitaries that are going to be accompanying you on your district visit, their names should be put into this appropriate section on this form. The next portion is where you're going to have to do a little bit of homework before the visit. If there are expenses, airfare, for example, you're asked to do a little bit of research on airfare. What I usually would do is go to Expedia and just get some kind of understanding of what the anticipated airfare would be, if you're going to have any expenses. Are you going to, and then any other comments that you might want to share as to what reimbursements that you want to receive. And this is an estimate. This isn't going to be what you're actually going to be paid. So just give you a brief understanding of what might go in there. So I visited a district. I live a couple 100 kilometers from the regional airport. So I would put in mileage to and from the airport, the airfare, parking at the airport for the days that I would be on the visit, any meal expenses or other expenses which might be involved in the visit. So you'll put those there, and this is a guide for World Headquarters to understand what it may cost for your visit. So this, so once again, submitting this at least 2 weeks prior to a single event and 4 weeks before a comprehensive one. And it's submitted to the Region Advisor inbox at regionadvisor@toastmasters.org. It's never too soon to start talking with your districts and starting to plan about a potential visit and the value it might bring. Plan early as the trios especially at the very beginning of the year, are going to be very busy working on district success plans, their budgets, training, and forming their teams. Just as a reminder, protocol indicates that a district cannot refuse an RA visit. If you get pushback, just reach out to Toastmasters International and they'll help you work through that. Now, once you submit your district visit request form, the region advisors coordinating team will work behind the scenes. They'll review the requests. They'll make sure it's complete, that it aligns with your role, and then send it off to the international president for approval. Be patient, because responses can sometimes take more than 3 to 5 business days, depending on the workload that the team is experiencing. And once a decision is made, you'll be notified by email. And please wait to receive your official notification before committing to the districts. And when you get that approval, you can then start arranging your travel. You can prepare the visit materials. You'll also be copied on any notification being sent to the districts that you're visiting, which includes the district visit checklist and a digital club building kit. Let's take a look at that. Why do I have a second one here? I'll have to check. Okay. I'm off here. I'm out of sequence. Okay, because let me just go back and then these slides have to be reversed. All right, I just talked about the region advisor district visit checklist. This checklist is filled out for comprehensive visits only. The district is responsible for creating this plan, but you have an important role to play to help guide that district through and discuss with them how your visit will unfold. The district will plan, you review it with them, and then they are required to send it to Toastmasters International with a copy to you at least 2 weeks prior to your visit. Once again, this is an important, effective pre-planning tool, which is essential for the success of your visit. You want to work as closely as you can with the trio to ensure that they schedule your days productively with things like club building activities or other. Yeah, I'm still working through the details of that. Blah, blah, blah. Getting information from them on desired topics, presentation links, audiences. Also, you can review the district recognition program goals with them and assist in assessing the district status and developing or reviewing their success plans. The information on this checklist is important as well, as it will outline who will pick you up from the airport, where your hotel accommodations are, and what businesses and clubs you might be visiting. We suggest that you have guided discussions about the visit and get final confirmation of the schedule. You don't want to arrive on scene with no idea of how that visit is going to unfold. Ask the trio also to plan some alternative activities, not sightseeing, productive activities that can take place in case there are last-minute cancellations. Remember, this is going to be a fun time, and having a plan laid out will ensure that you're not stressed, and well, you will be stressed, but you're not really stressed, and you can relax during your visit time. And finally, remember, before the visit, as a quick wrap up, use the checklist for planning, request permission from TI, make backup plans just in case there are cancellations, and most importantly, have a final confirmation schedule before you attend the visit. Ask them to provide you with a daily agenda. And once you arrive on scene, spend some time getting to know what that visit will ultimately look like. Okay, so then we'll go here. George,
Great job.
over to you, George. I'm out of breath. Take it away.
Great job. I want to add a couple of things real quick. One is that request form. When you bring it out of the folder, the Teams folder, it will have sample data in there. Be sure to clear out the examples in the request form. Uh, I didn't. I submitted it to Aletta and Aletta saying, "What is this?" So I had to resubmit, clean up all the sample, remove all that data. So don't forget to put in the pertinent data in your request and then remove the rest. If you have back-to-back visits like I did last year, I had 3 back-to-back visits. You can put all 3 on the same form. You don't have to have separate forms, but you can have separate forms if you want. That's your option. Um, 2, don't forget that you have a $50 per diem each day. So just planning out your meals, or if you want to treat somebody, a district leader, to having a conference for a lunch or dinner, that could be included in your $50 per diem. 3 is you're going to have a challenge. You're going to be new districts are formed all around the world, so a lot of them don't know how to do a RE visit. What's involved. So I was fortunate with my RE visit. The first district they put a whole. I mean, the minute they even included bathroom breaks in the schedule. Off the plane, on the plane. I mean, just yeah, she did. And so I used that as my form. So if they couldn't come up with a checklist, I sent that to them to give them some ideas of what RE Visit does. So, and then one last thing is when you get approval from headquarters, they will also notify at the same time the club or district and let the district know that you are coming and to plan out your visit. So great job, Chuck. I'm going to open up. Before I start, though, Chuck brought up one thing, and that the districts were required to have a RE visit. My first RE visit, my first call to the district director, and it's okay, I'm going to come down visit you. When can I come down? And he told me, no, we don't want you. What? And I said, no, I'm coming. And so I called Katie right away. Katie, they're telling me no. And Katie backed me up and says, no, you already visits. If they refuse you, let me know and I will talk to that district director. But it's required to have a district visit. So I called him back and he said, okay, okay, but we can't afford you. And so I got off the phone again and did a Google search on all the hotels in that area. And I called him back and I says, "Hey, can you afford $300 for my visit? I've done some pretty cheap hotels." And he says, "Okay, okay." Afterwards, they saw the value because it's been 5 years since they had a RE visit, and they saw the value of in person with each of the trio members, the division directors. So they saw the value of having a district visit live. But I'm going to move right on to a couple of people that have experiences. Elaine, what has been your experiences of before the visit?
Um, I am very popular in my region, so I didn't come across such a situation. But I think it's very necessary. If you decide to visit some places, there must be something you want to know or you want to some people you want to inspire.
Right, great, thank you. And Vinita, I'm gonna ask Amy because I know you've got a huge section too, so I'm not gonna bug you. But what do you like to add to the that discussion?
Okay, speaking for Amy, I would say that I had a lot of fun during my district visits. I also ensured that my RA buddy group was having just as much as fun with the updates that I was giving them during my district visits. Back to you, George.
Great, super. And Dan, do we have any questions? Oh, they're good questions. Great. So we'll answer those. Okay, uh, Chuck, you're gonna let go of your sharing screen, and Benita's gonna take over with her slides.
Okay, sure. Vanita's going to figure out. So this is work laptop and it's not really the best thing. Can you see my slides?
Perfect. Yes.
Okay, but I can't see them yet. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
not, yeah, you're not in the presentation mode yet.
Correct. That is exactly what I'm doing. Just a minute. Pretty sure. Okay, I usually don't take so long, but today's Murphy's Day. All right.
Okay,
Can you now see it on presentation mode?
perfect.
Perfect.
We just talked about how we could plan ahead for a district visit. But the key thing that you have to keep in mind whenever you are visiting as the region advisor is that you are the brand ambassador of Toastmasters International, visiting a certain region, a certain set of people, and imagine how cool that is. Don't forget that in the very beginning. Okay, I'm just going to quickly tell you that I had this. Do I need to reiterate this? Because I kind of thought I was going to cover, but I saw Chuck has this. George, what do you think?
I do you know what I can pull that out if you want to talk about, but there because the only thing I really wanted to put that in for because the form asks what the type of visit is, right? So I can
Okay.
just casually mention it and then let you.
No, I think it makes sense that you have it. So we'll just
Okay.
move these slides to that place if you're okay with it. So I'm not repeating anything. And I realize the other one is also a repeat. So I'm going to take off these slides because I heard you doing them in detail.
Okay.
Okay. All right. George, are we okay with this? You're on mute, George, but you're talking.
As Chuck said too, is we can as Chuck said, these are the three types of visits we're going to have. You could have, so you can just go like one quick thing.
Okay. But I'll definitely remove these because they were covered in detail.
Okay.
Okay. Let me start with this. Now, as Chuck had mentioned just a while ago, there are three different types of district visits that you will end up doing. A completely in-person one, a completely online visit, or one which is hybrid. You in person and the members online, or you online and the members in person. Here are some pictures of our region advisors having a lot of fun during these types of visits. Here you can see Elaine, Srinivas, and I think that's Kim having during their district visits. A quick reminder on three important things that happen during a district visit, and that would be CAP. Now, the first thing that I feel is very vital for a successful district visit is the connection that you build. The central theme of everything that you do as a region advisor is to build that connection, a strong relationship with the people that you meet during the district visit. The people could be anywhere between stakeholders of prospect clubs who are yet to be introduced to Toastmasters, members, club officers, district officers, or the same old trio that you keep meeting month after month. No matter who it is that you meet, do remember that connection is the first secret ingredient for a successful RA visit. And while you have that connection met, do remember that that can be done in several different ways. Okay. I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to quickly come back to this. No matter the type of visit that you do or the event that you are attending, always keep in mind that what you speak, what you train, what you motivate or inspire always aligns to the district mission. At the end of it, are we encouraging our leaders to build new clubs? Are we encouraging our leaders to support existing clubs to attain excellence? Are we spreading the mission of Toastmasters? That is something for you to keep in mind in any activity that you do as a region advisor during the district visit. The third secret ingredient that we'd like to talk to you about is preparation. Preparation, preparation, preparation. I could have actually put this on bold because this is really the deal breaker.
Yeah.
If you are going to wake up one fine morning and realize that your flights are booked for tomorrow, but you have no absolute idea on what you're going to do, well, guess what? You will have absolutely no idea on what you're going to do. So see how much you can prepare ahead of time. And the key is to have a backup to a backup. If something goes wrong, and believe me, it will, you will end up becoming Murphy's favorite child during the district visit. But the key there is to prepare yourself to expect the unexpected. Now, there are several types of district events that you can be a part of. Just in the previous slides, we saw that media engagements could be one of them, panel discussions, award ceremonies, keynote speeches, corporate visits, demo meetings, club meetings, open house events, charter ceremony, and a whole lot of them. Trainings and workshops, TLI events, and meeting with any of the stakeholders for prospect clubs. No matter what the kind of event is, there are two things that you need to keep in mind. You are now the brand ambassador of Toastmasters International. You are literally representing the organization during this visit. A couple of quick tips for you. Ensure that you're appropriately dressed. Yes, it's time to get your suits on, ironed and pressed. It's great to have your visiting cards in check. If your gifting, your love language is gifting, then maybe a little something for the leaders that you're sure to meet. All of that planned well ahead of time. The second thing that I'd like to remind you is that you are. There were 2 points. Great, Vanita. Just a minute. You are the more homework that you do preparing for your visit, the more relaxed you will be. Well, the nervousness is bound to happen. The anxiousness is something that you cannot avoid. But if you know what you're going to be speaking about, if you know your target audience, if you do your homework well on the kind of people that you're meeting, the organization that you're going to talk to, things will get a little easy. When it comes to presentations, if you have a presentation, a good idea would be to check the presentation before you actually have to do it there. Carrying your own slide changer, your clicker, is another good recommendation that we have. Most of all, if you are a region advisor going to a district that might or might not speak English, please remember to arrange for a translator or an interpreter, just so that the things that you say reaches the maximum of the audience. In all of this, no matter what you do, the thumb rule is to build stronger relationships so that connections that the district has with Toastmasters International get stronger and we as an organization become closer and grow more. Okay. Just a minute. This is more of like a recap something. All right. Keep in mind that in addition to the planned visits that you are attending, always try to connect with the trio, either individually or as a team. This is a good opportunity for you to conduct an in-person progress review to assess the priorities and the performance goals. Also, try and review the success plan and offer any strategic inputs that you can. Reinforce the district mission with your executive committee. Engage with the club officers, asking them to focus on the club mission. Last but not the least, the member at the core of everything that we do. See how you can connect with the member to understand their experiences with Toastmasters International and find out ways in how you can support their personal journey of growth. As I'd already given you a heads up, the one thing that you can surely expect during your visit is to expect the unexpected. Something will definitely go wrong. And if it doesn't, the visit is not complete. Now, how you can go past it is totally dependent on who you are as a leader. Let's just go around the room and find out from some of our committee members on what really happened. Some stories, always the fun way to share. Let's start with Distinguished Toastmaster Elaine. I know you're the most popular person in your region, but was there anything that you didn't expect but happened during any of your visits? Elaine, you have 1 minute to share a story. Yay.
Yeah. I was not told to give a presentation beforehand, but after I re arrived at the district, they proposed a workshop done by me. So it's it's in such an urgent time, and I was super nervous.
Okay. Being nervous is totally okay. What happened after? How did you overcome this and how did your presentation go?
All right, I took a deep breath
Mhm.
and talk with the district leaders, trying to find out why and what the purpose of this workshop. After having better discussion with them, I find out it's not about me. It's all about how I can help their new club, um, how I can help their new club team to charter new clubs. So it's all about them. And then, all right, I just shared my personal stories and my experiences. Problem solved.
Fantastic. No wonder you're the most popular person in your region. That seems like a cool thing that you got done there. Again, for everyone here, keep stories in mind, stories of impact, stories of growth, so that you can wing it when you have an opportunity to present. Of course, we were all selected because we are so good at storytelling, training, and presentations. So, this is a great opportunity for you to go impromptu when the unexpected happens. Let's quickly check with Chuck. Chuck,
I had
what
a
was unexpected during
I had
your
an
district?
I had an incredible experience. I was visiting a district. We drove an hour and a half to attend a demonstration meeting. This demonstration meeting was held in the garage slash warehouse of a plumbing company. The individual who wanted to charter the club had it in his company. Just before I was about to present at the demo meeting, a hailstorm came through, massive hail and pounding on the metal roof. It was like being inside a timpani drum. We just threw our hands up in the air, waited for the hailstorm to pass, smiled at each other, and once it was quiet enough for me to continue, I continued with my presentation. Actually, one slight change. I ran to the door with my phone because I wanted to get a video of this hailstorm as a memory that I could take with me forever and ever. So the unexpected can be an external unexpected event.
I
I
think we
think
lost,
I think
yeah,
she's
Benita.
frozen. Yeah. Yeah,
And
she's
so I'm
frozen.
going to share one thing too is that what if you get there and there's nothing planned? Nothing planned, which has happened. I will guarantee it will happen to one of your districts. They did not plan a thing. My basic come prepared, as everybody says, and have a my basic backup plan is I spend one day with the district director, one day with PQD, one day with the club growth director. And then I like to visit the division directors too, and one-on-one visit and say, are you communicating with the trio, or how's that going? How's your with your area directors? The secondly, I take the club growth director and I said, we're going to do some cold calls. So we will actually go out in the car and drive to the corporations unannounced and knock on the door. And that way it kind of helps them overcome their fear of doing that, doing cold calls, because it is a scary thing. So I stretched it out beneath until you could return.
Like
But
I
I
said,
am
not
I am
style.
going to share. I'm going to share that. What happens if you get there and nothing's planned? And this is my basic one is I spend a day with the district director, a day with the PQD, and a day with the club growth director. And then I also like to visit the division directors. What if something's not planned? So I have a plan, with case they don't have a plan.
All right, fantastic. Thank you for sharing that, George. Like I said, the more backups that you have, a plan B, a plan C, and a plan D, the better it is for you in hand. Um, I know you started saying something about a hailstorm story. I'm just curious to hear that story. Would you mind saying it again for me?
Okay, sure. We were at a demonstration meeting an hour and a half outside of Denver. Just before the meeting started, the skies darkened, and this was being held in the garage slash warehouse of a plumbing company. Just before the meeting, or I was just before I was going to present, a hailstorm hit the area, and the roof of the building was metal. So the hail was coming down on the roof, and I felt like I was inside of a timpani drum and just the drummer pounding on it. We couldn't say anything to hear each other, so we just kind of smiled and nodded and waited till the storm passed. Um, and when it passed, we picked up the meeting. But during that time, I ran to the front door and with my phone because I wanted to get a video of this hailstorm because nobody would believe this story. So if you want proof, contact me. I'll send you the video.
What a fantastic story to share with our grandkids. Stories like these. Um, I don't know if it's appropriate to say grandkids, but you know what I mean? Like a story to pass on.
Oh,
Is
absolutely. You can say grandkids. I'm a
that a
granddad,
good
so that's right. Yeah, that's
No,
fine.
it's a good phrase to use. I just wanted to double check, but I will use it because now you gave me permission. Okay, that is just super unexpected. And God, Chuck, your presence of mind to actually click a video to live in the moment is just absolutely amazing. George, would you like to share your story of unexpected? And then
Yes,
we'll go with the
I
story that
oh yes, Mexico. I You saw Pablo with doing a radio announcement. For me, when I got there in Mexico, I had to rush into my get my suit on real quick. I had to rush down to the lobby of the hotel, and they had a big, huge LCD screen, and they had the not only the radio announcers, but they had the newspaper and TV announcers there, reporters on one side of the table. Trio was on the other side of the table, and they ask questions. I mean, right, you just barely get off the plane. You've got to be ready when you get off the plane. And then secondly was another district. I got off the plane and I had to attend a charter meeting right away. We did right away. So it's not going to be a casual meeting. You have to expect the unexpected, just like Benita said. Back to you.
Thank you so much for sharing that, George. I'd like to share one story that happened while I thought I had all my itinerary planned, the flight schedule, and everything ahead of time. I walk in into the airport and I find out that one connecting flight did not actually get booked by the ad trav team. And so that was the only PNR number, the flight confirmation number that looked different from the others. And I should have followed my gut when I was checking through the itinerary and just asked questions. Instead, I assumed that everything was going to be in order. So I'm here, and there are 3 more hours for me to get to the next place. And if I miss that flight, there was no way that I'm going to make it to the district event on time. I call AgTrav, and this is numbers that I thankfully had the app installed. So I call them, but it's overnight for them. They're not responding. And this is what I ended up doing. Because I had budgeted enough on the travel, I just went ahead and booked myself on the next flight because I would otherwise waste money. And then I wrote an email to the RA team and they responded just at the start of the day saying, it's okay, travel safe, and let's get this sorted once you get back, but enjoy the rest of the visit. So that helped me is simply because I had a buffer for that kind of expense that I could meet. And the rest of the travel was fine because everything else seemed well in place. But that initial anxiousness, oh my God, tell me about it. Even today, I'm thinking about it and thinking, oh, what a great day that was. So yes, George, do you think I can ask stories? I don't know how long for this segment. So I was thinking, apart from the three of us, I will also ask a couple of them who've never spoken or whose
Sure.
photos I don't have.
Yeah, sounds good. Yes.
Okay. If I were to ask a poll after everybody's stories are done, like and then you can probably ping me because I will be active on chat. When you tell me, hey, you know what, Vanita, enough of the stories, you could just ping me that and I will stop with, the people that I'm asking. If I were to run a poll right now on who had the most interesting story, I'm pretty sure, hands down, it's going to be all the above.
Hmm.
That said, expecting the unexpected is literally the life skill that the RA role will teach you. Who are you in terms of um, conflict? Who are you in terms of adversity? Who are you in terms of things not going your way? That will be a deal breaker. But during times like this, there are two things that came to our rescue. And here's what I'd like to share. I'm sorry, there was a slide already, but somehow, like I said, Murphy's favorite child. Hang on. Could you see this, everyone?
Hmm. I
This
see
is
your
because of
notes.
the
Oh, there we go.
yeah. How about this? Okay.
Yes. Oh,
We had
yeah.
a super active WhatsApp group, and the RAs who were visiting the district would constantly ping the RA buddies and say, you know what, I missed this flight. And then we would have 21 others wishing them well and checking in if they made it to the next one, giving them ideas of what they could do. So that was a great way to connect with the RA buddies. And of course, the very awesome World Headquarters team. Lawrence, not in this photo, but is definitely with us in spirit. If you haven't already had one, it's a great time for you to set up a Slack thread between you, Katie, and Lauren, the one that says RA team and your name, just so that anything that you want, any questions that you have during your visit, be rest assured that they will be the quickest to respond, because that's the exact experience that all 22 of us have working with the World Headquarters team. They have absolutely been amazing for everything that we have done as a region advisor. Moving on to during the visit, I'd quickly like to open the floor and ask folks if you have any questions. George, do I do it or do I hand it over to you to?
No, go ahead. You're doing really good.
Okay, all
And
right then.
then one
So
thing I'm going
couple of
to add, one thing I'm going to add is when you do travel, be sure to take the ad trap phone number with you and headquarters phone number with you, just in case we're like, but beneath it, if you miss your flight, what to do. And ad track will take care of you. Back to you.
Sure. Thank you so much. Any questions? Elaine, Chuck, George? Okay, no questions. Now I'd like to invite, this is a picture to George.
This
George,
is
are you
this
going to tell a
this
story?
was the Mexico. I left it in, but this is what
Okay.
it looked like with the interviewers on the left side. I was on the right side with the trio. This is and I wasn't ready for this, but you just
Okay. Uh,
you as
do,
an
do you
RA,
want me to
you're
put
ready.
this? Okay, I'm just going to put expect the unexpected and put a few photos. So I'll make sure that when it's your photo, you can tell the story and they have a picture while you're doing that. Is
Yeah,
that okay?
I
Okay,
I will send you a picture of the
A
demo
hailstorm
meeting.
one?
But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that would be fantastic. Elaine, what about you at the presentation? I have one beautiful picture of you saying, ha ha, during a presentation. Can I use that?
Sure, of course. I love
I
that
love that
picture.
picture of you. Okay. All right. So I have three pictures. I have one on my own story. So I'm going to put that as well. So for each of these unexpected ones, I'll put a little more pictures. Not that I
I like
have.
it.
Yeah. And then this one, questions, and I hand it back to you, George.
Okay, okay,
You will
great,
be introducing Elaine for the next part, correct?
correct. I'm going to ask her. Uh, so, Elaine, would you like to show your PowerPoint or your
I need
slides?
someone help me.
Okay. So Chuck, you've already got it up. Do you want to show the last part?
Okay. Sorry, but Elaine, before we get to your part, I quickly wanted to check with folks. I do want to cover the types of events, but at the same time, I'm actually using them for like a different part of the, like I'm covering what are the three key things to keep in mind. Do you
Right.
think those slides are distracting, or is it okay to continue as it is?
I think it's okay to continue.
Okay.
I'm not
So
distracted.
I was going to say, while before I talk about the secret ingredient, I'm going to say pictures here are, our region advisors attending whatever that they are attending. And then I'll say secret ingredient number one, and then I'll say So I will introduce the events, and then I will say tip number two, tip number three. Does that sound like a good thing to flow?
It does, yes. And that's the whole session here. We're talking about human experience. Um,
Correct. And that's how I will wrap that up. Like that'll be the last slide that I will recap all of these. I have a
Great.
fourth slide of just the workshop, the events. So I'm going to do a recap at the end.
And if you could back up 4 slides, Chuck, to the
But hold on a
look.
second. Okay.
Just 3 pages before this.
I know it's 3 pages. Just 3 pages.
Yeah, one.
And I don't know if you knew this. This is looking back at your visit, reflecting.
This is the third one. You may
Yeah,
go up.
So that's the Q&A. Then there's this one,
right.
this one,
And
this
there's yours.
one. and then
Q&A.
Q&A, then resources. So where do you want me to plant? Where do you want to be?
From the car.
Yeah, the car. And she left.
There. Okay. All right.
And then don't forget, we have 90 minutes. So I'm not worried about time personally. If we have to end early, we end early, but I prefer everybody to share their experiences and answer questions and have fun with this.
But
Okay, then.
so Chuck is sharing his screen, but it's all black for me.
Oh,
Okay. Ooh, well,
So
I'm
I can
showing.
see a
Oh,
rear view mirror.
All right, this is the thing. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vanessa, for the excellent introduction to key tasks during the RA district visits and all the very private but valuable experiences. Most people may think, now, whew, 85% of the crucial work of district visits has been completed. Congratulations! What I want to share is the after visit part is the last mile of a successful visit, where we ensure everything is properly closed out and all necessary actions are taken. So let's review some best practices to follow after the visit. Thank you. And here are the things that we can do. Here are the tips we can do after the visit. Submit your district visit report to ward headquarters at regionadvisor@toastmasters.org within 30 days. It's best to do this soon after the visit while details are fresh, even during the debrief with district leaders or independently. So here are the tips. Use the appropriate template, the comprehensive district report for district visits and the district event report for single event visits. Templates are available for download on Microsoft Teams. The comprehensive reports, document number 1479A, includes 3 pages which allow us to let ward headquarters know districts better. The district event report is a SurveyMonkey link. You find yourself using it very often in many occasions during your term. The second thing is ward headquarters will review the report, share it with relevant departments if concerns need attention. It will be added to the region library on Microsoft Teams for future access by you. International officers and international directors. Due to potential confidentiality, it won't be shared with district leaders. Next, additionally, ward headquarters will send a post-district assessment to the district leader team within 32 hours, and a blank assessment will be provided to the region advisor as a checklist to prepare for the visit beforehand. And last but not least, submit all district visit related expenses via Concur within 30 days. Refer to Protocol 10.0 Regional Advisors expenses for claimable items. All expenses except per dime must include receipts. All right. Next slide, please. Completing this after-visit work and updates is not just a bureaucratic requirement. It's a way to exercise good work habits by ensuring that every task, no matter how small, is properly closed out. We demonstrate our commitment to excellence and professionalism. This habit of closure ensures that all loose ends are tied up, leaving no room for misunderstanding or overlooked details. You may want to share your visit experience on social media platform to highlight best practices and maintain momentum. Do it. Your district leaders will take it as a recognition. From China mainland, we use WeChat. All the moments we shared will gain many likes. For all new club leads, please follow up with the club growth director. Follow up with district leaders' concerns, showing your continuous attention and support to the districts. Lastly, show appreciation for our district leaders with a thank you email or message for their support in making the visit successful. It's not just a courtesy gesture, it's a powerful way to build and strengthen relationships. You may want to do it in your own way. Both sides will feel comfortable. That's it.
Hmm. Great job, Elaine. I wanted to share one more thing, and that's be honest with the reports. If the district trio says, "Oh, the PQG is not working out," and we're thinking of asking that person to step down, put that in your report. Headquarters needs to know this. Or the club growth director has not done anything to generate new club leads or nothing, no follow-up on membership. Put that in your report. The headquarters needs to know, and also the ID needs to know. So be honest with your report. Also, I found out one more thing that came to me, and I should have said it with Benita, is that car travel. When you travel in the car, a lot of times you'll have some serious discussions in the car. The trio will be very honest with you and say, "Oh, it's horrible," when you ride in the car or in an elevator. They'll think that's the proper moment to be honest with you. So be prepared to have honest discussions in a in a car or in an elevator, maybe at a restaurant, where if you're one-on-one with a district director, they'll say, "Please keep this to yourself, but I want to tell you what's going on in my district." So just preparing you. Um, so the Benita, do you have any comments to make about the after the visit, all the forums? What did you do when you were done with your visit?
I had a follow-up reminder schedule on my calendar
Mhm.
because the club growth director said I will now work with an ex company and check out on the next possible date for a demonstration meeting. I would check in with them 2 weeks later and find out if they made progress on that front, especially the ones that I covered during my visit. So if I had a conversation with someone saying that we will work with TI, I came back and I wrote to TI on, making exceptions for reinstating a club and things like that. So there was a struggling club that we met, which we reinstated on a special case. So things like that. So I had like follow up on my calendar to make sure that whatever was after the visit, I was seeing them through.
Sounds good. Chuck, any comments on your after visit? Any forms you submitted? And
George, one of the things that I found very valuable during the visit is at the end of each day, I would just take a few minutes to write notes of what happened during the day. And much like Vinitha just said, it becomes important to follow up both on any potential action plans that you agreed upon, but also finding opportunities to celebrate the successes that take place as a result of your visit. So you're going to have a lot of activities during the time you're there in a comprehensive visit, good note taking, and follow up after the visit, and celebrating successes will go a long way towards cementing your relationships.
perfect. Thank you. Do we have any questions in the chat, Dan? Great. Thank you. Good questions. Okay, we're going to move right on to the next
Just,
session,
just, just,
resources. Yeah,
can I make a comment, George?
absolutely.
Your presentation on this particular slide about the stories of disaster, and a little bit of conflict. I think you need to have one success, one positive
Hmm.
celebratory story, because it can come across as, oh my gosh, this is going to be such a disaster. I'm going to walk in, people aren't going to be talking to each other. We'll have fist fights across the room. But so if you just like sandwiches, have something positive also. That's just me, how I would recommend it.
So I do. In fact, I made reservations. I wasn't thinking about the airplane going to Mexico, and they said, "Oh, go from San Francisco to Mexico, L.A. to Mexico, or Texas to Mexico." And I thought, "Oh, Texas to Mexico. That's a short trip." So I did. I didn't realize we landed in Mexico at 10:30 at night, and the district director picked me up at the airport. And and he said, "You want to have some dinner?" And I said, "Oh no, no, just drop me off at the hotel." And but I didn't know in Mexico that's when dinner starts. That's when the restaurants open is at 9 o'clock at night, and I could have had dinner with the district director. So and then they treated me with open arms all the way through the whole 3 4 day visit. It was just so much fun. So yeah, no, that's a good one, Chuck. I like that. Okay. So moving along, because I know you got to go back to work. Back to resources, Chuck. So last thing is as all three of
Oh,
my
sorry. Do you think it's a good idea to ask RE peers to share their stories after each
mhm,
session? I find it very valuable when you ask Chuck and Vanessa for their experience after visit. Do we have enough time?
we
Because
do.
we have many of us, and I find it really. I find it really interesting and useful asking individuals to share stories.
Yes, and I plan to. Amy's very technical, so I'm going to ask her the beginning before the trip because of what she does. But several of the other people, the experiences. Oh yeah, yeah. I was just we were practicing with each other, but I agree with you definitely. And uh, then also then resources. So go on the next slide, Chuck. And as everybody said, all of the resources are in your team folder. And this is from last year. Once we're done with this session, the amazing Katie and Lauren will create a new folder with all the district visit resources. And this is what it'll look like. Go on to the next one. And that includes the webinar that we're doing right now. That will include that. And then, of course, the handsome picture of myself as region advisor. That's the card that you want to send when you ask the districts what type of visit do they want, and then you show your expertise on this card, your history, and what type of like conflict resolution, as you see in my card, the keynote speeches, what type of ideas would you like for the visit? And then there's two forms. One is the one on the left and the one on the right. So it's your choice. Yes. And then here's the request form that Chuck went over. Very deep. No, that's good. And then go on to the next one, Chuck. And then there's the more detailed, same as you remember with Chuck, and the checklist. And here's the club building kit that Chuck talked about. That, in fact, the when you submit your request, headquarters will send this automatically to the trio. Next one. And then your guidelines for travel accommodations will be covered, will be not covered. There's the phone number for AdTrav and who to contact just in case something happens. Go on to the next one. And then the district event report that Elaine talked about. Go on to the next one. And then there's the comprehensive one. You can either do one or the other. It's not required to do both. Go on to the next one. And then there's the leads that we talked about. You know about the leads now as district director or past district director, but as region advisors, you'll be working with your club growth directors on prospective club leads. So, whew, what event? Are there any questions that we haven't answered? Oh, good, good questions. Okay, Mocha on the next one. Okay, I'm going to ask two because we're almost out of time. So I'm going to ask three people to volunteer. What is the one takeaway that you got from this presentation? And you can unmute yourself. Do your virtual hand, please. Great, I like it. Okay, well, what's the next step on the next slide, Chuck? And thanks for doing this, Chuck. So we covered relationship building, the purpose, before the visit, during the visit, and after the visit. So what's next, Chuck? Oh, I've got to thank my team. Thank you so much to my team, Chuck, Elaine, Sapna, and Vinita. What is next? Complete your registration advisor one pager, that picture that you saw of me, the handsome picture. Make a copy for yourself, send that out to your districts, plan out your district visits. Now you can do it if you haven't done so already, and contact the new trios for each of the new districts. And then review this, go over to the team folder, review the resources, and have fun with district visits. The district visits are so much fun. Ask any of us. Thank you so much. Thank you to the team. Have a good day. I'm turning off the
Excellent.
I'm turning off the recording so you can be honest now.